One song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Local with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
So what we all normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 22 hundo and 50 schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you be.
Fucking Catalina
Yeah, what's up, fucking
Catalina wine mixer. The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 2251. It is Tuesday, July the 5, and the Swole fam is here. We're ready to make some sick fucking gains. Am I right? Am I right? We got some Tainty Boy here. We got a little Tainty Cam going on. Looking good, Rufus. Make sure you drop in the comments down below. What did you smash today? We are live on every platform known to man, and we are ready for a great show. I think we are, fam. More applause. Let's get this fine tune. Hold on a second. There we go. Always gotta make sure the beard's in full HD. How we doing? Extra Fitness, Drano, how we doing? Heidi, Wax, Tyler, Cerny, what's going on? Marsha, hello Dan, Duke, Anna, Iron Jenny, my God, Katarina, Josh, we got Pedro in the house, Jake, Mark, 2D2, Emma, we got everyone here. We are ready for an amazing stream today. Everyone's tuning out, tuning in, punching out, punching in, ready to make some sick fucking gains. So, without further ado, let's get into today's amazing episode powered by the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. Still got a couple more days left until tomorrow, actually. So 1 day left until you can get that special offer over at swolenormousx.com/USA for unlimited membership. So go and check that out if you have not yet done so. And let's get into the busting of the nut. Falcon, let's take it away. I'm excited for today's episode. Falcon. Oh. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Let's go. All right, fam, don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. You all know the deal. You know the deal. You'll end up like this fucking guy licking his balls and his leg. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, you sit there. All right. All right, you're cute. You're going to end up like this guy. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh. You'll end up looking like Rufus. You don't want to look like this guy. You don't want to be Rufus. Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy over here. Don't be this guy. All right? Don't be this guy. Don't be a beach, don't be a boosh. Or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. Fam, for those of you that don't know, for those people that are listening in that don't know what a Tainty Magooch is, we got to remind them every single Tuesday. What is a Tainty Magooch to you? What do you see? What is a Tainty Magooch in your eyes? You could define that in the comments down below. We got to get into the tip. We got some great Swole fan posts. Very excited. Let us do that right now. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Rufus don't care. Rufus don't care. He's like, I don't care if I'm on TV. I'm going to lick my dick if I want to. You got it, boy. You got it, boy. Go lick that dick. Go lick that dick. All right. Hashtag Tainty Magooch in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Hashtag Tainty Magooch. You don't want to be a Tainty Magooch? I will tell you. And a lot of you probably dealt with Tainty Magooches over this past weekend because it's 4th of July, or it was 4th of July. It's 5th of July. Let's get a little America. Let's get a little America. I hope that you all had a great weekend, that you were safe, that you grilled a nice big fucking steak, that you went to the fucking gym, that you made some gains. I sure did. Man, steaks were good last night. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed your day off. If you had a day off, I hope you celebrated with family and friends. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you were safe and had a good time. So let's get into that first Swole fam post. But before we do, we got to talk about a couple brand new drops. Fam, okay, yesterday, if you missed the episodes, because it was our weekly accountability meeting, which was awesome. Accountability meeting was fucking awesome yesterday. We had brand new releases. We had a great time. So that was available for members, but you can catch the replay inside Swole TV. So if you missed it, you can go and catch the replay now. But let's go over a couple things. One in particular, for those of you that already, I know a lot of you have some of this gear already. You've been going over to papaswolio.com and getting your new merch. So we have this that recently dropped. We have the Sun the Nips gear. So that's been available for a couple days or a couple weeks. And that's fire. So a lot of you have picked up the Sun the Nips. But we just dropped a brand new design over there at papaswolio.com. We dropped Swole Hub yesterday to much critical acclaim. You've all been wanting this for a hot minute. So we got only Swole, and now we got Swole Hub. So if you head on over to papaswolio.com, use code DailySwole for 10% off. Jump on that Swole Hub. We all know we got to get that hub bumping. You all know. Swole Hub in the house. Go check out the brand new gear over there at papaswolio.com. Remember, use code DailySwole for 10% off. And also you can check out the Toxic Muscularity. Check out all the designs. And if you go over there, you'll see it all in order. You'll see the most popular designs. They're organized by collection. So just make sure you navigate a little bit, because there's a lot of apparel. Just like inside Unlimited in Swolenormous X, there's so much content. There's so much on over there at the apparel site. So go give that a look-see too. And of course, for members, we dropped some brand new releases. But of course, the biggest releases yesterday were Level 3 Vinyasa number 3 and the Steel Club Masterclass inside Swolenormous X. So fam, go and check out, for those of you that are Unlimited members, go and check out that brand new yoga class. If you can handle it, that's a level 3 class. That's definitely advanced, but it's a great class with Rachel. And the Steel Club Masterclass, for those of you that have been getting in your Steel Clubs, go and check out that brand new Masterclass inside the Masterclass section. So go and give that a look-see. Just another reason to join Swolenormous X Unlimited, get access to all the brand new releases every single week. But that's huge, because a lot of you have been getting in the Steel Clubs and you've been wanting to really go hard with that. So check it out. We go over the underhand and overhand circles and talk about some of the technicalities with the club and things of that sort. So it might help guide you through maybe a couple sticking points if you've been trying to ramp up your club game. So go and check out that new yoga class and that master class, ASA to the motherfucking P. That being said, that's what we call a tip, baby. That's what we call a tip. You see that? You see that? You feel that? I know. Let's get into the first Swole fan post. We also have a good video that we want to go into, but we'll get into that last. First post here from Bradley. Hi, fam. I recently gave a weak introduction the other day, maybe a sentence long, so here's a better one. I was going to say, Brad, come on, hit us with the good stuff. I'm 28 years old and 300 pounds at a 40% BMI. I think you mean 40% body fat, or a 40 BMI. You got to pick one. They're both around, so anyway. Maybe a 40 BMI or 40% body fat percentage. I'm not sure which one he was trying to go with here, but it doesn't really matter. I have 2 kids and need to make a change to be a part of their future. That is the important part. I've eaten fast food almost every single meal since 2011. Holy shit. I'm going to say that again. I've eaten fast food almost every meal since 2011. It's kind of a miracle I'm not bigger than 300 pounds at this point. Update. Now, after 2 full weeks of the elimination diet, I am down 18 pounds to 282 pounds. Beautiful. All I'm eating is grass-fed and grass-finished beef and eggs and feel phenomenal. Can't wait to keep going. I'm a truck driver, so I have a kettlebell and the dumbbells that change weights. We'll update you guys later and look forward to seeing all your posts as well. Bro, is that not fantastic? So we got a little bit of an update. So in 2 weeks, Bradley has lost 18 pounds. 18 pounds. Now, of course, that's not 18 pounds of fat only. That's a lot of water weight, but it still has to come off. It still has to come off. So as much as I want to reiterate that when you're losing that much weight that fast, it's mostly water weight. However, that water weight has to come off too. That's just extra mass on your body. It's extra stuff that you don't need. You got to get rid of that fat. You got to get rid of the extra bloating and water retention. That's fucking fantastic. So just keep on going, Bradley. Keep on eating right. Keep on stuffing your face with those delicious foods. Keep on training. Keep on going. You are going to continue to change your life one day at a time. So good for you. Fucking good for you. Get it. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I like it. I like it, Steffi. Put that life jacket on. Woot, woot. For real. Put that life jacket on. I like it. Okay, let's see. Chris, I heard Papa's Go to the Fucking Gym episode from the 1st last Friday. And I wanted to weigh in. Oh, on the 1st of July. I heard Papa's Go to the Fucking Gym episode from last Friday. Wanted to weigh in on the construction and lifting schedule content. I start my day at 3 a.m. when I'm working at home. I usually get a nice hour and a half workout in, then I'll shower at the gym and be into work at 5:30, then go out there and work for 8 to 16 hours, depending on the job, whether we work out of town or at home, how long we got to make this job last, etc. Not going to lie, it is difficult, but Papa Swolio is absolutely right. As a sick good pump, then I go out and climb a telephone pole. I feel fantastic and the mental momentum keeps going. Been living it out with the look good, feel good motto, and it's been paying off. Gotcha. That's awesome, dude. Good for you. Everyone's typing these things on their phone, so I'm reading them straight through for the first time in most cases. So if I get tongue-tied, sometimes it's just these autocorrects and stuff like that. But the most important thing is that we get the idea across. A sick, good pump, and then going out. This is what we're talking about. So this reminded me. I was talking about when you're working a very physical job, because I've done that. It feels so good to have a sick pump first. And I'm telling you, if you are doing construction or physical labor, it just makes sense. You're not going to want to go out afterwards. You're not going to want to go to the gym afterwards and put in more work and focused. You're going to be exhausted as you should be. It's mentally and physically draining. Plus, a lot of it is just stuff that you don't like doing. It's not, hey, I have my day off. I want to do construction. This is stuff that you're doing for a paycheck. You're doing it for your living. You might enjoy there might be certain things about it that you do enjoy, but it's not something you're doing for pleasure. So you're out there fucking working. You're putting in work, which is what you should be doing. We all put in work in different ways. But if you're doing physical labor, you should be going and taking care of yourself first, right? Invest in yourself first. Go make your gains. It's going to light you up for the day. It's going to wake your ass up. It's going to make you feel good. You're going to have that sick fucking pump while you're lifting stuff. You're not going to be so fatigued after your workout. I think people assume that when you train first, you're not going to be able to lift anything afterwards, as if you're just lifting and you're not going to be able to move your arms because you just did an arm workout. You can do an upper body workout and still have plenty of energy to do general lifting and general activities. When you're going to the gym, you're providing overload in a specific time frame in order to stimulate growth, long-term chronic adaptations in the muscle tissue. You're not going there just lifting until you can't move your fucking body. That's a lot of junk volume and just unnecessary, worthless trauma. It's about the focused overload so your body wants to get or needs to get bigger and stronger in order to handle that weight, not just do endless movements until your body just can't move, period. You're not going to exhaustion your training with a certain protocol to stimulate a certain adaptation. So that's what I'm talking about. Good for you, Chris. Good for you, Chris. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good. Sand, currently at work, just wanted to say hey and eat a fucking steak and go to the fucking gym. Goddamn right.
Because
Sand over here swinging some big knowledge cock on a fucking Tuesday. Good for you. Go make some gains. I agree. All right, we got another post here from Christy. And Christy got her guns, bacon, and freedom tank on, looking yoked like it ain't no joke. Guns, bacon, and freedom, y'all. Upper body was scheduled for today, so that's what I did. Now, there is a brisket to be eaten that's been on the smoker since 1 a.m. and grandbabies to scare to death by launching them into the pool at heights they have never seen before. Crush your day, fam, and stop the excuses. Unpopular opinion, but any single reason you had to slack off or not to do something you need to do is an excuse regardless of how pretty you try to wrap it. Any single reason. We got some American flags in there.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, we're talking about Christy Swole, fucking grandmother. Yeah. Launching grandkids. Is that, come on. You all remember Nana. You all remember your grandmother. A lot of you, like, you miss your grandparents, and I get it. I miss my grandmother too. My grandmother didn't look like that, fam. My grandmother didn't look like that. She didn't look like she was fucking yoked. She didn't look like she was about to fucking crack walnuts in her biceps. No, my grandmother did not look like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's some fucking gains. Imagine having a grandmother and be like, Nana's on her way to the fucking gym. Nana's doing ass to grass squats when you come over. Yeah, it's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Looking good, Christy. Looking swole. Everyone's got their red, white, and swole on. Pedro in the house. Oh my God. Home gym's in the fucking house. Oh my God. All right. Happy Independence Day, Papa, Mama, and the Swole fam. Hope you all get the chance to enjoy a great day in remembrance of the men and women who fought back against tyranny and oppression to give America a chance to be its own nation. Enjoy some steak and keep pushing your iron. There's no finish line. Let's fucking go. Pedro in the house. I love it. Let's zoom in. I love the Superman on the left here. And he said enjoy some steak. He has a little avocado, a sweet potato, and some bacon. So we'll give it all that. Red, white, and swole. Dude, looking swole, and I love it. I love it. Wise words, man. Wise words. Wise words indeed. How many people actually kicked back and, gave that kind of thought, right? How many people gave that kind of thought yesterday? Remember, this is why this country was founded. Very important day. Very important day. It's our birthday as a country. There's so much negativity out there. Oh my God. How lucky you are to live in such an amazing fucking country when you can speak your mind and when you can talk shit about it. My God. And someone doesn't just put a fucking hole in your face. Oh my God. Oh my God. Privileged cucks. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a little American. I'm getting upset.
I am the danger.
I'm getting amped up. It's fucking America season, baby. All right, let's get a little tainty Magooch here. A little tainty boy. He's so cute. I love double America. I'm going to blow out your ear holes with that. All right, remember, 4th of July specials going on. swolenormousx.com/USA for a limited time. Ends tomorrow. Don't miss out on those 4th of July specials. If you're thinking about going unlimited, we have specials on the 3-month and annual. So if you're thinking about going unlimited, swolenormousx.com/USA. Now, we got one more post. Actually, I mean, we're going to the Knowledge Cock. We're getting into Knowledge Cock, but we're going to share this post because it's Swole fam. It's deep Swole fam. This was from, I guess, a couple days ago. We talked about in the accountability meme, but we weren't able to show it because we just go over posts on the live calls. But this was from Stephanie, and I think Stephanie might be watching live, but this is a story that she wanted to share about her son. So let's go into it. We're in the tip, but we're deep into the tip. All right. So this is from our very own Stephanie from inside the Swole fam, and we could watch this. Check it out.
Hey, Swole fam. It's Stephanie Tanner. We just, we had a really hard event, and we went to our property up north, and we had the kids go-karting. My 27-year-old rolled his go-kart, and it appears as though he has broken his arm at his upper shoulder area. Why am I sharing this? I am sharing this because we were on one side of the farm field and he was way fucking across the other fucking end of the farm field. We ran full out to get to him. I ran full back to get to the car so I could get the car. We could bring him out of where he was. If I were overweight, if I hadn't been doing all of the training that I've been doing, I wouldn't have made it. It's like 32 degrees outside. You never know when you're going to need to have strength, agility, and be able to move your body. You got to keep up the training. You got to be in shape. and you got to be ready. That's why I'm sharing this video tonight. I'm sorry, I'm really upset. And I can't even be at the hospital because I have to be with everyone else to take care of them. So my husband's there, and my husband's going to call me, and he's going to let me know what's going on with my son. Blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. An accident. Stay in shape. Get swole. Okay? Good night.
What a fucking video. What a video. Round of applause to you and your son, your family. And of course, we're sharing this because obviously this was a couple days ago. So yesterday in the accountability meeting, Stephanie was saying, like, did you see my video? I didn't see this video. I didn't see this video at the time of yesterday's accountability meeting. So this didn't happen today. This happened, what, like 2 days ago or something like that? But there's a famous phrase, a famous saying that you should be fit enough to save your own life. And that's a great way to think about it. And that's literally, we were talking about that recently. And it's just so, I wouldn't say ironic or coincidental, but this is what life is. Life just happens. So the fact that this is a prime example of what we were talking about recently, that you need to be fit enough to save your own life. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen, which is essentially what Steffi was laying out. She didn't expect it. No one expected that. No one wanted it. We're glad that he's doing well. We're glad that he's doing much better, which is why when we're sharing this is more of a positive note, because I guess from everything that I've heard that he's doing better and, you know, things are going to work out just fine. But that kind of panic, that kind of alarm, remember when you're training, you're putting your body under that kind of stress. You're putting your body under that kind of, you know, anxious stress in some respects. You're putting that kind of physical pressure, that challenge when you're doing your workouts, when you're pushing through an extra couple reps, when you don't think you can get one more, when it hurts, when you don't want to. You're pushing against the grain. It just prepares you for these types of situations. And doing different types of training, working sandbag or kettlebell or mace, or moving in different directions, rotating, moving for speed, moving for strength. There's all different types of events and elements that can come into your life. So you should be able to be adaptable for those types of situations. And just goes to show that, yeah, if Stephanie was unhealthy, if she was morbidly obese and she wouldn't have been able to do that, who knows what would have happened? Because when you have an emergency situation, and you all know this, time is of the essence. Minutes can matter. Minutes could be life and death, but it can just, and plus when you have someone whom you love more than anything, you don't want them to be in pain for one more second, let alone a couple more minutes. So imagine having to live with the aftermath of, like, if I was healthier and I didn't trip and fall and hurt because you could have run towards your son, and what could have happened? You could have run towards your son and sprained your ankle or broke your ankle while you're running, because you're running off grass and stuff, and there could have been a hole, there could have been a divot, there could have been something there, and then you hurt your ankle and you couldn't even get to him. You just never know. You never know. And then you have to live with that guilt and regret forever also. So that add that on top of the accident, which was probably no one's fault. But yeah, that's just fantastic. That's a deep story. And of course, it's great for us to share it when there was a positive outcome, you know. But imagine what kind of story that would have been, which is the message that Stephanie is sharing. Imagine the story that could have been if it didn't go that direction. And if it was something else. What if it wasn't in a field? What if it was in a lake? What if she couldn't swim to save him? And it's horrible to think about it, but this really does happen. And there are people that live with the guilt or the shame of not having been able to physically fix a situation. And it's just something that if it can be avoided, you want to avoid it. Or if it can be handled better, you want to prepare to be able to handle that better. And it's a great story. Let's read a couple comments. We're into some knowledge cock here, so we can take some more. We can take some questions too if you have additional questions. I want to get some feedback from the fam that's watching live from that video. Thank you so much for sharing and letting us play it on the podcast. But hashtag Ask Papa Swolio if you have something you want to drop in the comments. Let's get some feedback because a lot of you have kids and a lot of you have been in similar situations. 2D2, so admirable and such great work for you to be able to be present for a terrible circumstance. Tyler, you have my prayers and blessings. Stephanie, hope your son is doing well and healing. God is watching him and your family. Let's see. Heidi, Steffi, hope your son gets better soon. You're a great mama. So proud of you, Swole sister. Scott, she's right. Especially people who are fat, tactical freaks that are ready for the boogaloo. They wouldn't make it 100 yards without a fucking donut. I'm just going to get America for that. Fuck yeah! Tactical. Oh, you mean like people that do firearm training and all this kind of stuff, but like they couldn't jog to the end of the street. Yeah. Let's see. Kingfish, you couldn't be more right about that. You should also be proud of yourself for holding yourself accountable in your fitness journey. Absolutely. Pedro, thoughts and healing for your young man. Dan, Stephanie, you're a legend. No doubt. Terry, wow. If you need another reason to stay fit, not just to save yourself, but someone that is in a crisis situation. Cerny, scary thought to not be able to help or save your child. Marsha, minutes definitely matter. Good on you, Steph. So glad he is feeling or doing better now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kingfish, nothing would kill you more than the guilt of not being able to help because of your own poor life habits. Let's take one more follow-up. And Stephanie, by the way, let's get a follow-up from Stephanie herself because she's watching live. I am 55 in November, Papa. The Swole sluts and the Swole fam are just, it's unreal. You know, in the quote real world, I don't want to say real world, but outside the Swole fam, people that don't take care of their health, 55 is, come on, go and look at your average 55-year-old. It's like a death sentence for so many people. They're just so far gone, punched out. But everyone in the Swole fam is just crushing it. 55 is literally just a number. I'll be there soon. Gonna be swole. Steffi, a little follow-up. My husband was behind me. He overtook me running, got there before me. Don't anyone think men aren't stronger and faster naturally? I work out 5 days a week. And it says he healing. I don't know if you meant to, if that was a typo, if you meant to say that, I don't know if he doesn't, but yeah, that's great. That's great. Still good. Still good. As long as he got there faster. If you got there fast and he got there faster, good. I'm sure you weren't upset about that. You're like, good. You got there. You want to get there as soon as possible. Good for you. Heidi, I've had to save my son's life twice. I'm blessed that I was able to, even while obese and unhealthy, I got incredibly lucky. Indeed, but good for you. Good for you. Even more of a reason. It's just such a powerful story. It's such a powerful story. And it's different when I'm saying it. And it's a theoretical, right? If I'm just telling a story like, hey, you should be healthy enough to save your own life. Okay. It's one thing to say it. It sounds good. Yeah, it makes sense. Everyone would agree with that. But then when you hear the actual story, it's like, shit. Imagine how many different ways that could have gone. Imagine if it was, I guess what, he broke his arm or something like that, which is serious, but it's not, it landed on his neck and he was, who knows? I don't want to think about it, but it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And in a lot of those situations, minutes would make all the difference. Seconds can make the difference. Soundtrack Technoid, what up? Had she needed to give him CPR, she would have been there sooner. And in that situation, minutes matter, life and death, for sure. For sure. So, I mean, does it mean you have to be like Usain Bolt? You have to be an Olympic level sprinter? It doesn't mean that. But it means that if you need to sprint somewhere, you should be able to. You should be able to turn on the fucking heat and get it done. I don't do long distance running, but if I had to run somewhere, if I had to run for an emergency or sprint or I could do it. I do training in order to be able to handle all these different types of protocols. But, you know, you have to expose yourself to different things. Doesn't mean you have to be an expert, but you should be able to know. You should know how to swim. You should be able to swim proficiently. You should be able to run if you need to, sprint if you need to, you know, bursts of energy. You should be able to lift heavy things. You should be able to push something overhead. You should be able to climb up and do a pull-up and be able to climb up over the edge of something. You know, just fundamental strength, grip strength. This is why all the things that we do when it comes to dead hangs are important, or steel club, or these things that are great for grip strength, or single leg exercise, stabilization, core work, yoga, balance. I mean, these things are very functional and very important. So it's just something to think about. another reason. We always talk about when it comes to your children, you want to be healthy. So we talk about whether it's Father's Day or Mother's Day, it's, or dad bods or fat acceptance, whatever this stuff is, that you need to be healthy and lead by example. So this is part of leading by example, but not only is it leading by example, you are the example. You're leading by example, but you are actually creating those tools to be able to handle these situations in addition to showing it. So imagine you being in that situation and your children seeing your ability to react like that because you take care of yourself. There's context. It really imprints. And you'll be glad for it. You're healthier. You're going to live more vibrantly, longer, more movement, less joint pain, all these other issues, preventable issues like diabetes and things like that can be largely mitigated for most everyone if you change your nutrition protocols and exercise, and just fantastic. So another round of applause for Stephanie. I love it. I can't say enough about it. Such an important topic. We'll take some more questions. If you dropped the questions earlier, I'm going to scroll through, but drop the questions again because there's a lot of great comments about Stephanie's experience. So drop them again if I missed through. Pedro recently did a training doing medical field treatment. It was eye-opening to the troops who don't work out. As soon as my team was done with our patient, I dragged him 300 meters. # always ready, bro. Good for you, dude. Get some gorillas for you, Pedro. It's shocking and humbling when you realize how out of shape people are. It gets really bad really quick, especially when you start looking for it. We all know that people aren't healthy, but then when you see the contrast, it's like, oh my God. All right, let's see. Nick, did you see that news report of an 82-year-old powerlifter granny? A drunk man broke into her home and she picked up a table and beat the guy to a bloody pulp? No? Are you serious? Cerny, you were in the news? Cerny, you were in the... Cerny was in the news. No, I'm kidding. That's going to be Cerny. Cerny's like, all right, that's me. That's me in a few years. 82-year-old powerlifter granny, drunk man broke into her home. She picked up a table. What kind of table? Like one of those folding tables? I don't think it really matters. She went WWE on that guy's ass. I did not hear about that, but that's fucking unreal. That's unreal. Tyler, how was your 4th of July? It was great. It was great. We got the dogs. We had a little pool. We got a little dog pool, those little tiny ones. But Mama Swole and I ended up laying in it for a lot of the day. It was really nice. We're planning on putting in a pool probably for next year or something like that. We're waiting to get like a fence up and stuff like that before we put in a pool. But we had a little dog pool and it was fun. Rufus got in the dog pool. He got in the dog pool. We didn't pressure him too much though. So I think he was really excited that he could be in his water bowl. He was like he just stood in there. He just got in it. Like I, put his head into it and he realized, okay, it's water. And I put his paw into it and I put both paws into it. And then I kind of brought him in and he was just stand there, kind of look around, sniff, and then lick. I'm like, oh my God, I could drink this. I'm standing in what I drink. He didn't understand what was going on. He's like, I don't understand how I'm in my water bowl. He probably thought that he shrunk. He probably thought that he was miniaturized or something. Like, why am I in my water bowl? This is confusing. But we didn't get him like completely submerged and wet, but his arms, like he was fine. He had a good time. He didn't really know any different. Like, okay. It was a good first experience. We'll see next time. Next time, maybe we'll saturate him. Cerny, so true. I love the fact my grandkids see grandma pumping steel and eating healthy. I know it will rub off on them. It will. It will. They're going to have memories of that. It's very important. They will. That's awesome. Let's see. Will Beesing. If you got questions, drop in the comments. # AskPapaSwolio. We do have some from Instagram also, but drop them in the live chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, Beaches, too. We're available on all platforms, thedailyswole.com. Wherever you bang your ear holes to podcasts, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Share the stream. Share right now because we're about to go balls deep shortly. Not Batman's Robin. Let's see. I think I just missed a question here. Will Beesing. There we go. What do you think of the Liver King and his ancestral way of living? I think we should be winding back the clock. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Most of the modern accoutrement in our society is just very dangerous. And of course, it's like maybe slightly, everything just adds up. It's layers. It's layers from the air pollution to the EMFs to just to blue light to all these things is exceptionally important that we've been discussing for years on the podcast. Like we have to really undo a lot of this nonsense. In terms of, I mean, that's kind of like a big topic because a lot of people on social, he's getting a lot of pushback because apparently he says that he's not chemically enhanced. And most people that follow the content or are looking around at other people's content that are like having him on podcasts and sharing his content, it just seems like, I mean, it just he has growth hormone gut. It's pretty obvious. And there's just a lot of pushback lately. So if you're talking about him personally or his supplements, like I think organ supplements are fantastic. Like I've used the organ supplements from his company and from other companies, and I've had no complaints, thus far. So I think organ supplements are great. I think you should be eating raw organs. I think you should be doing that in particular. And I think everyone can learn from our ancestors. That's really how we've evolved. So I think it's just like taking that and really adjusting our modern lifestyle, like what we're doing in our current lives, because not everyone can go and live in the woods, and not everyone wants to. Like, I want to just go be a caveman and just eat steak and live in a hut. Like, can you do it? Sure, you probably can. You have to really learn a lot of skills, and it's not necessarily as vibrant a life in some. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But I think most people, especially those of us that are living in modern society, we need to really fortify against all these negative pulls. That's why it's hard to eat properly, or that's why a lot of people perceive that it's hard to eat properly. A lot of people think that it's restrictive, but in reality, you're just cutting out all the bullshit that shouldn't be there in the first place. So when people ask me like, well, it's really hard to eat healthy. Like, how do you stay so strict on your diet? I'm like, I don't stay strict on my diet. I don't look at it as being strict. Like, I'm eating the foods that work best for me. I'm eating foods that my body's evolved over millennia to eat. I eat steak. I'll eat eggs. I'll have fruit, and I eat honey and dates and things of that sort, and bone broth and liver and heart and marrow. Like, I eat real food. It might sound like it's narrow, but it's extremely rich, rewarding, delicious. I feel completely satisfied. I don't have cravings. I just feel fantastic. But I'm definitely at a higher level than most people that are just coming into thinking about this. So I do understand that where I'm at, for example, the contrast is obvious. I know it's night and day what people are doing. I see people eating fast food. It makes me sick. Most people are living in that matrix, and they don't realize, I don't want to say necessarily the error of their ways, but they don't understand. They don't understand what they're doing to their bodies because they're looking at it from within that system. You have to step outside the system in order to recognize what's going on. You have to unwind. You have to unlearn all those bad habits. And that takes time. That takes time. To get swole pilled, it takes time. It really does. So my confidence and my awareness of what I do is just because my experience, my journey has taken me through all these different levels. And a lot of you are just at those early steps. You're just realizing by doing an elimination diet, you're just recognizing now what these things do to your body. You're just kind of getting into it, which is great, You're just getting started. That's fine. We're all at different places in our journey, but it's very important to just keep moving forward and keep learning. And yeah, take your body back to the basics, to the fundamentals. Let's see, Jake Buck. That was a long-winded answer, but I think everyone can benefit from unplugging to some extent, to various extents from the modern lifestyle. It's not good for our bodies. That's why meditation, mindfulness, the 7 pillars are so important, because it brings us back. Jake Buck, Papa Swole, I'm leaving tomorrow on a 2-day work trip. Any tips that would help me make better food choices while I'm gone? How are you traveling? Plane or car? You could bring food, you could bring jerky, you can cook steak and bring it on the plane. It depends on how you're traveling because you could bring food with you. Any tips? Meat and fruit? It depends. Like, here's another thing. Where are you going? Are you going? Is there a kitchen there? Are you just in a hotel room? It really depends on your type of travel. That's a big thing because I've done all this before. I've done a lot of traveling and brought my food everywhere. It really depends on. It really does depend on what kind of traveling you're doing. Because if you're driving, you could bring a hot plate with you. You can have a cooler that you plug into your car that keeps it cold if you cook in advance. There's different strategies. So. Okay. Brian Smith, Papa Swolio, what do you do when you are out for the day and need food or a snack? Are you always bringing food with you everywhere you go? It depends. It depends. Like if I'm going somewhere and people are eating and I know they're not going to be eating good food and we're going there for some kind of event or something, I'll usually eat first or I'll fast. Again, you don't have to be constantly stuffing your face with food. You can just not eat. And it's not being anorexic. It's not having an eating disorder. It's just not eating for a little bit. It's just not stuffing your face nonstop. You can go without eating. You can go without eating for a few days and be totally fine. It's good for you. So it's not a problem. If you're out for the day, you don't have to eat. And here's the thing. If you're satisfying your body with quality fats and quality protein, you're going to be fine going without food. And at first, if you've never done intermittent fasting or any kind of fasting, then it might feel your body expects food. So it'll be like, hey, aren't we supposed to eat? Doesn't mean that you're going to be hungry. Doesn't mean you need the food. It's just your body is used to consuming food. So it's kind of like, hey, aren't we supposed to eat? Knock on the door. Like, no, okay. It'll get used to not expecting food. So if you're out for the day, you could either eat first or you can just fast and then eat when you get back and then feast. I personally like the feasting approach better. I like doing larger periods of like maybe grazing or not eating and then having my meat feast. I like my meat. Like my meat feast. So it depends. Again, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you are a bodybuilder or someone if you're really, you're like, I want to put on size and you need to be in a calorie surplus, you need to be getting enough food, you might be in the camp of making small meals and eating throughout the day. And if you're in bulking mode, you can't just be like, hey, I'm just fasting. It's going to be very hard to bulk if you're not eating food. In other words, you're not going to. So if you need to be eating small meals regularly throughout the day and you're trying to ruthlessly put on muscle size, that's going to be different. You're not going to have the same flexibility for fasting. Let's see. Scott Asher, Papa Swolio, Leo here. There is a culture at the majority of departments only has physical testing when you first get hired and never again. Any trick to motivate them to lose weight to protect them/me? Ooh. So there's a culture at the majority of departments that they only have physical testing when you first get hired. That's fucked up. Any trick to motivate them? Jesus Christ, do it yourself and prioritize that. I don't even know how you do that. That's scary. That's scary and that's unfortunate. I personally think that all law enforcement, like there should be regular checks and there should be regular training. And I do think that law enforcement should be trained in martial arts and things like that, like jujitsu and shit like that you've probably heard Joe Rogan talk about. And I think it's that's fantastic. I mean, there's so many videos and so many encounters where that could be ended so much faster if there was like a standardized training protocol for law enforcement. You know, because a lot with these struggles, when it comes to like a gunfight, when it comes to like a physical fight, talk about seconds matter with Stephanie's video from earlier. You know, if you can end the conflict, take someone down, you know, pin a suspect 5 seconds faster, all that energy wasted, all those chances for them to like grab a gun, for them to get away, like you want to end these threats fast. So any trick I don't think there's any trick. Sometimes people need their fucking life to flash before their eyes before they wake the fuck up. They shouldn't be given a choice. That should be something that's standardized. I know that's not your call. Motivate them. Maybe I hate the word challenge. I hate those hate those challenges because people just do things to lose weight to win a prize. Like, hey, let's a weight loss challenge. Who's going to lose the most weight? Because losing weight isn't necessarily the answer. It's building muscle and losing extra body fat and being more mobile and more agile. So when people do those kind of company or corporate type weight loss things, people just starve themselves, lose 20 pounds, win $500, and then eat shit again. So it's not really a lifestyle change. I don't know if there is a trick. Soundtrack Technoid. Papa Solia, what do you think of using sweeteners to help you wean yourself off sugar? Stopping cold turkey doesn't work. Asking for a friend. Are you? Stopping cold turkey does work if you fucking stop. If you're not stopping cold turkey, then you're not really, if you keep on going back to it, then you're not really stopping, are you? I do get the concept, like just going to zero. Just eat fruit. I don't like using sweeteners. To wean yourself off sugar, I think that's a crutch. I think that's just something that people want to justify, like, oh, I can do this and wean off. Yeah, right. It just keeps you looking for that hit. Let's see here. Steffi, what do you think about using a rebounder? Oh, you mean one of those bouncing things? I don't know. I mean, in terms of what? What's the purpose for it? I think maybe if you're doing like some kind of rehab or something like that with your ankle and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't do it at the expense of other types of training like kettlebell stuff and other types of weights. Maybe you can mess around with it and see if you like it, but those rebounding classes where people are just bouncing on trampolines all the time. Yeah. I mean, not my personal choice. I think it depends on what context, like how you're using that tool. We'll take a couple more questions. Let's see. I am Marsha. I hate that people always say, quote, you're restricting when you're eating fucking healthy foods. I get you. I hear you. Let's see. Cerny, I have to tell you, the Steel Club Masterclass was so well explained. Did I hear you mention there will be double club masterclass? Well, I think there's a double club in the Swollen 7. So we'll have to get into like, you know, some double underhand circles. Yeah, there'll be a double club. We'll get into double club. I want to keep everyone with like single club, but there's, you know, you could do underhand circles. So in other words, if you're doing double club, I usually say for like a lot of people start with like anything less than 5 pounds for a club. So if you're just like never done doubles before and you're using a 5 pound club, you would do doubles with like 2 pound clubs. So that could be another reason to get, like I've been saying, some of you might want to go with a 2 pound club. It's a good reason to get a set of 2 pounders and then get a 5 pounder. Cause then if you want to get into doubles, you can do the lighter ones. So there will be, we'll get into some more master classes for sure. And I'm glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. Go check it out in the masterclass section for unlimited members. Tyler, I don't know about that. I don't even, I'm not even going to bring it up. I have no idea what that is. I don't know anything about it. All right, let's see here. Pedro, I guess responding to what we're talking about with law enforcement. They have to be intrinsically motivated to take care of themselves for long-term health. Same issue in the military with testing every 6 months or annually. It's a long time between testing. It sure is. Danielle, cops should be required to be physically fit. I agree. I agree. All right, let's see. The Dusty Dud. Hey, Papa, some days I like to do 1 meal a day, but I heard eating a lot of food and calories at once isn't good for the body. What's your opinion? It depends, I think, how long you have to digest afterwards. You know, if you're just eating a ton of food and then going to bed, it's not really good for you. It's not good for your body to have like a ton of food and then go to sleep. But I mean, I eat usually 1 larger meal a day. I eat a lot of food. So I don't know if it's not good for the body. I have no experience with that. I like 1 or 2 meals a day. I like 1 or 2 meals. I usually eat smaller stuff like fruit and stuff during the day. Depends on when I train. I wouldn't say it's not good. I think it depends on the individual. Some people probably don't feel like, it depends on how much you're consuming, because if you're trying to consume 3,000 calories or something like that in 1 meal, that's ridiculous. It's gonna be really hard to get in that many calories. So it depends on how much you need. And you don't want to like overstuff yourself. So you might be better off with 2 meals. But remember, if you're doing 1 meal a day, you could just be doing a 4-hour eating window. You could do 20 hours of quote fasting or not consuming, and then 4 hours of eating. So you can eat and then eat like 3 hours late and then eat a little bit more. So within a 4-hour window, you can consume all your calories. I'm not saying you're sitting there at the table for 4 hours, but you can eat your calories in 4 hours if you want to do it like that. All right. So we got to get into, we're probably not going to have much time for Balls Deep because we ran really long today. That's what she said. All right, let's get into some Balls Deep content. How about that? Are you ready, bitches?
That's deep.
All right, let's get another Gorillas. All right, reminder, we got a little Tainty Boy, a little Tainty Cam here. Looking good, Rufus. And of course, hashtag Tainty Magooch for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. We do have some Balls Deep content. I think we all like some Balls Deep. Remember, we do take questions every single day on the show. So when you join, when you become a member, you get notified when we go live like we did today. And said we're going to go live at 10 a.m. Then I had to push it back to like 10:15. But you all made it. You all fucking made it. I'm proud of you, fam. I'm proud of you, fam. So you get notified when you're a member. Another reason to join Unlimited, all those programs, all the master classes, everything is under those unlimited memberships. So if you have been thinking about going unlimited, now is the time. Link in the description down below, swolenormousx.com/USA. 1 day left for those 4th of July specials, 3-month and annual options over there. swolenormousx.com/USA. If you have not yet joined the fam today, go and check out those unlimited specials. It's time. It's fucking
We
time.
choose truth over facts.
No, that. God damn it, Joe. God damn it, God damn it, Brandon. God damn it, this fucking guy never leaves me alone. Anyway, join the fam today and get access to all that awesome shit. Let's get into some Balls Deep content. All right, fam, should we take a video? I think we should. Oh my God, we got some America stuff here. Oh, it's a big weekend. That's right. Everyone was trying to overthrow the government this past weekend. Everyone was raging. Oh my God, we got some good videos. Let's pick a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Fam, take us away. We got time for these. These are some short ones. I'm excited. Let's fucking go. I'm stoked. 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you're new to the show, these are the videos. These are the gunch of the internet. These are the dark posts. These are dark. We don't know where this is going to go. So make sure you share the stream right now. It's about to get epic. That's right, Dan, the Swole signal. That's right. I send out that Swole signal before the show. That's right. The beard in the sky. You get notified. Goddamn right. Let's go with, what we got here? Let's go with, all right, Chelsea Oswald in the house. Chelsea to the main stage. All right. We're getting into some good stuff. We're getting some gender stuff first.
So per is a neo-pronoun that comes from the word person, which is why I really like him.
All right. Get those genders ready. This is titled Match.com Gender Options. Oh boy. How many of you do online dating? Oh my God. How many options are, I'm curious. Ready? Here we go. Okay, hold on. All right, so this is silent, which is fine. It's like a black and white silent movie. So this is a screencast of Match.com. So Match, adults date better. They know how to share food and feelings. All right, view singles. So you click. Let's see. Hi, let's get started. Which best describes you? I'm a man. I'm a woman. More options.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
All right. Which best describes you? I'm a man. I'm a woman. Can you imagine? All right. Let's pause there for a second. Can you imagine in your head thinking, I'm not a man or a woman. More options. No, I'm neither of those. How? Look, come on, fam. Come on. Let me help you. Look. I can see what I am. That's it. That's what I am.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
It's right there. Look at the tainty boy. I can see his thing. He doesn't have balls, but he's got the pee-pee. I can see it. Right there. Look at his dick. Okay. All right. So I'm a man, I'm a woman, more options because we need more options. Here we go. All right. Hi, let's get yes, precious. All right, hi, let's get started. Which best describes you? Man, woman, agender, androgynous, oh my God. What is happening here? What the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck is that?
All right, I'm moving this bottom bar. Is there more? Oh my God, there's more. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you say, I am a man. You click that, and here are the options. Here are the options. Here are the fucking options.
Ever served in a forward area?
Man, woman, agender, androgynous, bigender, demi-man. Oh, what's a demi-man? What's a demi-man? A demi-woman? Like Demi Moore? Demi Lovato? Gender fluid. Gender non-conforming. Gender questioning. Fam, this is the answer that you've all been looking for. This shows how retarded it is. It doesn't make sense. These all mean pretty much the same thing. They all mean the same fucking thing. This is Monty Python. And he's making it up as he goes along. You're making it up. You're just making shit up now. You're making shit up. You're making shit up. You're making shit up. I have no issue with how you want to live your life. If you want to bang dudes, you want to bang chicks, I don't care. Not my business. But this is absurd. It's insulting to list these things next to man and woman. It really is. It's really sad that you are putting, as if these are just equal options. I'm a man, I'm a woman. I'm a demi-man. I'm a demi-man. Gender fluid. I just go back and forth. I'm a woman. Wait. Hold on. I'm a man. I'm back. I'm all right. I'm back. I made it. Thank you, fam. It was a close one. Just to squeeze that manhood back out. I think there's more. Let's keep on playing it. Holy shit, it keeps fucking going.
Matt Damon.
Oh, there's more. Gender nonconforming, gender questioning, gender variant, gender queer, intersex. What the fuck is that one? What's neutral? Is that French? Yo, what in the fuck is that?
I got hairy legs.
What's that last one? Someone Google that shit. Don't tell me it goes on. It goes on. It goes on. Is there two non-binaries? I thought non-binary existed already. Oh my God, there's more. What's neutral? Holy shit, it keeps on scrolling. It keeps on
Mr. Strickland.
It keeps on scrolling.
Great Scott.
Oh my God, this is bad. All right, so gender variant, gender queer, intersex, neutral, non-binary. Then you get the non-binary. Other. What the fuck? Other. How are you possibly an other? What comes after all that? Pangender, polygender. What does that mean? Nothing. Two-spirit? Is this real? Are you trolling? Is this a troll? Trans man? Holy shit. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?
Stack shit that high.
About to lose my fucking mind. About to lose. All right, hold on. All right. I think this is. Two-spirit, trans man, trans person. As if we weren't our. Trans woman, trans feminine, transgender, You put trans man. How do you have trans man and transgender man? And then what is going on? What in the fuck is going on? All right. I'm about to lose my mind. I got my screaming duck here. All right. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to put you right over here because I'm probably going to use you again. I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but I don't think I can go any further. What comes after the T's? Are you guys seeing this right now? Two-spirit, look, trans man, trans person, trans woman, trans feminine, transgender, transgender man, what's the difference between a trans man and a transgender man? That sounds like a superhero. I am transgender man. Dun, 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 dun.
He's on fire!
Okay, we're going to keep on going. Oh my God, it keeps on going. We have trans woman, trans man, trans feminine, transgender, transgender man, transgender person, transgender woman, trans masculine, transsexual, transsexual man, transsexual woman. What is it? What is happening here? That's it. Oh, God. Okay, I started scrolling really fast. I thought I was going, I want to be a neutrois. I'm going neutrois. Someone looked up neutrois. I think it was Slastukin. Neutrois is a gender identity characterized by gender neutrality. Such neutrality or neutral gender is often translated as indifference towards gender, and even lack of it, nullity, as in agender.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
No one knows what this means. No one knows what this means. No, this doesn't mean anything. This is nonsense. Nonsense. At least I have my I don't give a duck. Screaming duck. I have my screaming duck. Get yours now, Papa Swole duck. Eric, this is giving me the grain pain. Isn't this that literally the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life? And that has to be legit. Come on, no one knows. Like, I am neutrois. I'll tell you what, if anyone has anything besides just man and woman, just keep scrolling. Like, if you don't know what you are, like, I don't know if I'm a man or a woman. I'm going to go over here and, like, okay. I'm looking for someone who's neutrois. What's a neutrois? That's been some I agree, Chris. Christopher says, this has to be the most stupidest thing I've ever seen on this podcast, and we've had some pretty deep shit posts. That's why we're spending so much time on it. I don't even know if we need another video. Like, that really blew my fucking face apart. We go over what, fairy pronouns and tree pronouns and bee pronouns. We've done over a lot. We've done a lot of stuff on this show. We've done a lot of, that's a lot. I don't even know how you unpack that. I don't even know what we do. Let's do this one. This is, well, that's horrific. Let's do one more. I don't think I can handle more than one more. Let's do one more. This one is, because we're fresh off the 4th of July. Let's do this one. American flags are triggering, it's called. So you know there's going to be a gem. Florentina, Papa, the doctor who will be doing the surgery for my endometriosis gave me the same advice as you. You are great. Awesome. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. What were they saying? Remind me, like, what were we talking about in the detail? I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that that was all on the same page. Good to hear. Good for you. Let's see, Matt the Great. I have never been happier to be married. I know I'm a man and my wife's a woman. We know this. I've seen kids come out of her. I pray for single people. Yeah, that's gonna be a brutal one. Yeah, this is gonna be one from Libs of TikTok. All right, this is funny. All right, let's do this one because we're fresh off the 4th of July. I think it's time sensitive.
How does the American flag make you feel now?
If I ever see someone that talks like this in real life, just smack him across the face with, yo, dick.
I asked this question because on July 4th, me and my family were celebrating and shooting off fireworks, and a Jeep was coming down the street.
So you were celebrating the 4th of July with your family, shooting off fireworks. Do you know why you're shooting off fireworks? Do you know why you're celebrating 4th of July? So this is really fucked up already, because if you're going to talk shit about the American flag and you are shooting off fireworks and you're celebrating, I don't think you actually know what you're doing. Imagine not knowing what you're doing. Imagine just doing things because you do things and you have no idea why you're doing things. Imagine. Let's do it again.
I asked this question because on July 4th, me and my family were celebrating and shooting off fireworks, and a Jeep was coming down the street, so we had to get out of the street. And as the Jeep went by, it had 2 American flags flying high.
Oh, like this one behind me? Like the fucking ones behind me? Yeah, baby. Like those? Like those? Yeah! Like those? Like those? Let's see. I'm assuming it's going to go that road.
And in the South, that typically means Trumplicans and Trumps.
How about it means the United States of America? It has nothing to do with Trump, you dumb twat. What the fuck? What the fuck is the association? Yeah, if you have an American flag, you're Republican. You know what that means? That means the Democrats are all communist Marxists. That's what you're saying, which is actually largely true. But at the same time, but a lot of them don't know it because they're just following the leader. They're just doing whatever anyone else says. So they don't actually know what they're doing. They don't actually know why they're saying what they say. The American flag has nothing to do with Republicans. Just fucking nothing to do with it.
Orders and all that wonderful shit. But I looked at my neighbor and I asked her if she got a knot in her stomach when she saw the flag now. And she said, yes, she did.
A knot in your stomach. Probably because you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed for feeling that way. Anyway.
And I just attribute that to the insurrection. I attribute... to all the Proud Boy and white supremacist waving the flag high and just the Trump tards. And so I feel this way. I really do.
Oh my God. Tell me you watch CNN without telling me you watch CNN. My God. That's just, I'm not even going to spend time on that. That's embarrassing. Yikes. Yeah, that's not even worth it. That's pretty sad. That's really fucking sad. People actually think like that. People actually think like that. All right, we don't have to get too down that rabbit hole because that's just it's like playing T-ball against like 4-year-olds. I like that, Scott. This chick can go fuck herself with a cactus. People have died for you to be able to spout such treasonous BS. Agreed. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Treason. Oh, that insurrection buzzword. Oh my God. You always know who's watching, just sucking down MSNBC and CNN. You know who's watching mainstream media when they refer to it as an insurrection. You really know where people get their information from. You know, people, it's crazy how you're not allowed to actually hold like 2 views. or like multiple in your head at the same time. You can't look at that and be like, all right, it wasn't as serious as they're making it out to be. And you can't also hold the thought that, yeah, it wasn't a good thing. I don't think anyone's like, yeah, it was great. But there are a lot of different sides to that. There are a lot of different subtleties and many different unanswered questions that are getting swept under the rug. There's a lot of complicitness in what actually occurred, and a lot of poor planning and potentially like active negligence in order to have facilitated that. Anytime there's actually a threat, on any kind of government bill, you should have security available and ready. There was plenty of advance notice to make preparations that were not made on many different levels. You guys have seen the videos. Most of you are aware of this stuff. I'm not going to get too much into it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when people celebrate the 4th of July like this chick. And the thing is, you have the ability to think what you want. You have the freedom to do so, which is why people have fought and died for that, for you to have the ability to speak these things. But to get a knot in your stomach over an American flag, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's not Republican or Democrat. People don't understand what it actually stands for and who it represents. It represents the people. It really does. And I know, look, the government doesn't always do good shit. There are a lot of wars and things that occur and, political chess moves that kill a lot of innocent Americans. But at the same time, our country is so unique. And what we have here is so unique from anywhere else in the world. And if you're living in this little social media bubble, you just get insulated from that. You don't understand how important the principles and the foundations of our country and how important these things that thousands and thousands have fought and died for, how important that is on like a global landscape and how important that is for a successful civilization. To be able to say those things, you say those things in other countries, you can get executed. You can get executed, by the way, today. There are more slaves today than there ever have been throughout the entire American slavery system. No one talks about all those horrific atrocities today because America is so bad. We're so racist. If you're gay, you'll get executed in like Saudi Arabia. You can't be an open homosexual in some of these countries. It's illegal. Yeah, we're so oppressed here in the United States. We're so oppressed. I get a knot in my stomach because of these Trump tards. How we doing now, fam? How we doing now? Yeah.
Come on, man.
How's everything going? How those gas prices treating you? Oh, it's Putin to blame. All right. Tell me you don't know what the fuck is going on without telling me you know what the fuck is going on. Let's see. Thank you, Jarella. I appreciate that. Bitches like her are why we have Biden as a president. Fuck this bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic behind it. I don't understand the logic behind it. Let's see here. Aaron, I fucking hate these tainty magooch twats. No respect for the country they live in. I mean, how privileged are you? These fucking people need some hardship in their lives. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming. Let's see. Scott Asher, Papa Swole, did you hear about the 100-year-old World War II vet that cried and said this shit isn't what they all died for? Thought this was relevant to Balls Deep. I saw a headline. I did not see the video or anything like that, but that's really upsetting. You don't get perspective. None of us were there. We watched Saving Private Ryan. We watched some movies and it looks horrible. But people that are actually fucking there, people that actually saw their friends, their best friends or closest friends die in front of their eyes, fighting, not for this, not against shit like this, against shit like this. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And a lot of you serve or have family members that served. It's very unfortunate. And the fact that people are still signing up to serve and want to, it's because it's not for the government. They're not fighting for the government. They're fighting for the ideals upon which this country was founded. And people don't believe in things today. That's why that's why it's very easy for people to fall for propaganda. That's why they're very susceptible to communism and Marxism and this kind of classist revolutionary stance. This, the marginalized victim mentality. Everyone's an oppressor. It's very easy when you don't have a religious foundation. It's very easy when you don't have any real morals or any real structure. I mean, your kids are getting brainwashed growing up watching Disney's trans pop, and gender propaganda. And it's also happening in schools. We know this. And it's not being hyperbolic. It's literally happening. We cover it all the time here on the podcast. And a lot of you are experiencing this in your workplace. Your kids are experiencing this at school. You're seeing it. You're seeing it over and over and over again. And it's very insidious. And it breaks apart the family structure. It breaks apart your control. It breaks apart it breaks apart all morality. And when you don't have morals, I mean, anything goes. And you're seeing it. We just went over that fucking Match.com thing. That doesn't even make any sense. I met Mama Swole on Tinder. Some of you are saying that you met your wife on Tinder. Fuck, I used to use that app. I met Mama Swole on it. I mean, it can work. You can meet people. That might not be the number one thing that's used for, but I mean, it can work. It can happen. But if you're just making up shit, if you're just picking any, I don't know, it's distracting from what the purpose actually is. This is just like a lot of virtue signaling, give me attention, make me feel better about myself because I'm not providing any value to the world and I'm lost and I'm hopeless. It's a desperate cry for help. And that's what needs to be looked at. It's a desperate cry for help and attention. But we can't be feeding into this. If you have someone, if you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist and someone comes onto your couch, like you don't feed into their delusion, right? You don't pretend. You don't go along with like, oh yeah, you're a bird. Continue. You don't just feed into the nonsense. That's not the goal, is to facilitate it. The goal isn't to increase the dysphoria. The goal isn't to increase and just exacerbate the situation. Very unfortunate. Let's see here. Aaron, I didn't join the army in 2005 to support the war. I joined to protect my country and give myself a better life. Indeed. Certainly, I will always support and appreciate the sacrifice those who have served and do serve today. Scott, I met my wife on Tinder as well. We did hook up just like majority of Tinder dates, but it ended up being right. We have 3 kids now. Good for you. Soundtrack Technoid. Still the best place in the world to live. The fact that people can question the decision of our leaders is a rare quality for a country in this world. Aaron, my wife's a therapist. She challenges people's insane bullshit to keep them grounded. It's just important. It's important to have that structure and to have those, to have that North Star and those moral directions. But we're losing it. We're losing it. So it's important to stay focused. Today's posts were ridiculous. That video was applicable just because it's after the 4th of July, and it's a shame that there are people out there that associate the American flag with I don't know, the way that the mainstream media has polarized and has exacerbated this false idea about people that fly the American flag. It has nothing to do with Trump, has nothing to do with the Republicans. It has to do with believing in this country and the Constitution. But you see it from Biden is pushing this. Biden is pushing against the Constitution. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's a goddamn corpse. He's a goddamn fucking puppet. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Whether you vote for him or not, it's embarrassing. If you can't address that now, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to have voted for someone and, oh shit, it's not working out well. It happens. It happens a lot of times when you vote for someone like, oh shit, they were lying, or oh shit, they're a criminal. It happens. Okay, so it wasn't a good look. The question is, are people going to have the humility to understand that they made a mistake, or are they going to double down and pretend like everyone else is an evil Nazi, and then pretend like what's happening isn't actually happening. It's very objective. You can look and see what is happening if you actually look for the facts. You actually think for yourself, but most people don't. And it's unfortunate that this is being associated with, I don't know, an othering. It's the American fucking flag. The reason why you can open your mouth, the reason why you can use TikTok, the reason why you can use Instagram, the reason why you are fundamentally able to say the things that you're able to say is because, one, you should have the freedom of speech, right? Number two, because we have the Second Amendment, by the way. Because we have the Second Amendment, you can say a lot of fucking things. You know why? Because you have the defenses in order to protect your freedom of speech. Second Amendment protects the first. Tell me I can't say what I want to say. That's how it fucking goes. That's how it goes. Protects against a tyrannical government. Well, guess who makes up a tyrannical government? Tyrannical fucking people. It's not just this monolith. It's not like fat acceptance. People act like the Second Amendment's hyperbolic. A tyrannical government is run by tyrannical people. It's run by sociopaths and psychopaths and authoritarians. That's what makes up a tyrannical government. It's not this apparition. It's not a boogeyman. It's not fat acceptance or diet culture. That's what government, them. That's what it's like. Well, there are people that make that shit, that make up that shit. And they don't feel personal responsibility for garnering more power because it's under this cloak of government. They're not personally responsible. So they'll do a lot of shit. If you're personally responsible for hitting a button, for doing or executing something, you have to be a very unique individual to be that foregone, to injure or to hurt or to harm or to annihilate millions of people. But if you dissociate and do it under the guise of the government or, the greater good, people do a lot of evil shit. A lot of evil shit for the greater good. Just be careful. Just be careful out there. Think for yourselves. And remember, the reason why this chick and everyone else can say stuff like that about the American flag is exactly what the American flag represents. So they're they're living in a world of hypocrisy. And it's sad. It's pathetic. It's sad. I don't know what the answer is, right? What is the answer for people like that? For that woman, the video we watched, what's the answer for that? How does that get solved? How does that get fixed? How does that get repaired? That's the real question, because that exists. She said that exists. And a lot of people think like that. How does that get fixed? How does that get adjusted? I don't know how that gets undone. I just don't know how that gets. I don't have the answers for that. I have my opinions. I think that's ridiculous to think that way, but she thinks that way. For whatever reason, she thinks that way. How does that get undone? How does that get fixed? There's always going to be a fringe like that, but how does that virus get stopped? That's the real virus. How does that get unwound? I don't know. All right, we got a little tainty boy. Let's get a little America. I don't know, fam. I don't know how that gets undone. It's unfortunate. Papa for president. Papa Swole 2024. A steak on every plate and a gym and every American free gym membership. Steak on every plate. Papa Swole 2024. Why is there no gorilla sound? Where's my gorilla sound? Where's my gorilla sound? There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's do it again. All right, Papa Swole 2024. Support the Swole platform. papaswolio.com. Unfortunate, but we will make it through. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. I think we all know who is the winner of today's Swole card. It is Stephanie. I don't have the post here, but we watched your video. Congratulations. You're not a tainty magooch, Stephanie. Shock therapy. I agree. Steffi, congratulations. That was an amazing video. If you didn't catch that, it's at the beginning of today's episode. Towards the end of Just the Tip, it was an amazing video about her and her son and being healthy and being able to execute when it was absolutely paramount and when it was required. And it was a very powerful video. So go back and rewind and watch the beginning of this video. A lot of stuff to unpack in today's episode. A lot of stuff, a lot of just thoughts on the fly. I mean, I don't have all the answers for these things. I do have a lot of opinions, as many of you do, but I think we just need to continue to come together. And again, it comes back to focusing on what you can control, like what Stephanie was doing. So Stephanie sent us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2251 in the subject, your mailing address in the bio of the email, because you ain't no tainty magooch. So congratulations, send us that email. But if you are focusing on your 7 pillars, you're focusing on what you can control, think about it. That's where it starts, because I can't control what that woman says. I can't control the 50 fucking genders that Match.com puts on their site to further confuse people, to further polarize, and to further segment the population and distract individuals from what's really important in this world and in their own individual lives. I can't stop that. I don't think you can stop that. We can keep on speaking reality, trying to merge people back into one actual reality, but at the same time, you can only control what you can control. So that's the 7 pillars. That's your own community. That's your nutrition, your training, taking care of your family, practicing those brain gains. That's what you can control. Again, focus on what you can control. Because if you're focusing on what you can't control, it's a losing battle. That's why you can't get too stressed out, right? You can't get too stressed out when you watch these videos. Like, oh my God, it's FedEx. Oh my God, Match.com. It's ridiculous. What else am I going to say about that? Just get amped up and just fucking rage all the time about it? I got it out. I think it's insane. I think it's absolutely insane. But what can I do about it? I'm not the CEO of Match.com. I'm not going to use Match.com. I never did use Match.com. I don't give a shit about Match.com. I think it's just another, feather in the hat of like the absolute, I don't know, the helmet, the helmet for the woke-tards to protect themselves. Another feather in the hat. It's just another added to the Jenga pile. It's just another thing. But that's not where it's coming from. This all starts with the individual. It starts with communities. It starts with people speaking their mind. It starts with people being Americans, what this country was founded upon. And I think it's important to come back and, in spite of all the insanity, to remember that's where this and why this country was founded. What are those principles? What are those foundational principles like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights? Like these things are absolutely essential to remember and to reiterate. Because as, who was it? Who was saying about the World War II veteran? Like, I think that's really powerful. I think that's really powerful and a really important message. Because it's like, this is not what we fought for. Everyone that's fought in World War II is going to be dead if they're not already all dead already. Like, they're all going to be gone if they're not already gone. Like, they're at all 100 or 100 plus. So there isn't going to be anyone that actually remembers what that time was like. There isn't going to be anyone that actually remembers what it's like to live in a time of actual fascism and actual, and Hitler and Stalin and Mao, like just slaughtering tens and tens of millions of people. People are going to slowly forget that because they weren't around for that. It's going to seem like a distant memory. And that's why you always hear history is destined to repeat itself. It cycles around because human nature doesn't change. It's our evolution. It doesn't really change. We kind of remember the past, we forget it, we repeat the same mistakes, and it comes out in different ways. I'm not saying there's going to be tens of millions of people slaughtered, but what do you think food shortages do? What do you think not being energy independent does? It doesn't facilitate human flourishing, right? It doesn't promote those things. So all this, socialist agendas, it doesn't promote human flourishing. We know that time and time and time again throughout history. So it's important to remember those things. Delaram, I live in Poland. Still everyone remembers, but have not learned. That's fucking scary. Everyone remembers, but have not learned. Frightening. Well, let that be a lesson. Let's get a little America in there. Fuck yeah! But we remember. And it's important to talk about. It's important to constantly remember. It's important to recap over. It's important to rehash. It's important to understand your history. But it's also important to, it's like a weed, right? If you don't get rid of the weeds in your garden, they're going to take over. They're going to choke out your plants. Like, you have to pluck them out. We haven't been doing that in our society. We haven't been getting to the source. We've outsourced our education to our children. We've outsourced our nutrition to the government. Like, we've given up our, not just our freedoms, we've given up our education. We've given up our desire to be independent individuals. We're just suckling off the state because things are nice. Like, oh, look at all this technology, while they take away your freedoms. And they keep on poisoning you in your brain. All your holes are poisoning your mouth hole, your eye holes, your ear holes. Stand up for yourself. Focus on what you can control, your 7 pillars. When you focus on pillar number 1 in community and you start actually learning for yourself once again, go into the Swolenormous, like the Papa Swolios, go into our book club, start reading some books, start thinking for yourself again. It'll blow your mind. And most of you that are watching here and listening here, it's because you're thinking for yourself. We're having these conversations. We're talking about shit in the open. We're not afraid to have these conversations. And it's hopefully more and more people keep on doing it. And we right this ship, but that's why it's important to start with you. You can't change what other people do. You can only control what you can control. And that's, with us, it starts with the 7 pillars. So congratulations again, Steffi. Send us that email to Swolenormous, support@swolenormous.com, Swolecard 2251, and your mailing address in the bio of the email. Great, long, juicy episode today. Let's nut this beesh. Fan-fucking-tastic. Falcon, take us away. America, baby. Lots of good, juicy nuggets in today's man stream. It'll be available shortly if you missed the beginning of it. It was a good show. Talked about a lot of shit today. Reminder, if you are ready to go unlimited, we got one more day for the 4th of July special, swolenormousx.com/USA. Links down in the show notes and description below. Share the stream, leave us a review, hit the like button on the way out if you haven't yet already. And we'll see you in the Swole Fam Telegram chat. Go check out those brand new releases if you're a member. And if you missed yesterday's accountability meeting, go into Swole TV, log into your account, and check out yesterday's live call. It was absolutely epic. We'll take some soundboard requests at the buzzer.
Fuck yeah!
And go check out that brand new Swole Hub gear. We got Swole Hub in the fucking house. We got Swole Hub. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. That's fucking insane. Swole Hub, baby. I can't wait to get mine.
He's on fire! Loud noises!
You've been great, fam. I appreciate your time and attention today on a Tainty Tuesday. Go make some sick fucking gains, will you? Will you, please? Let's fucking go.
Emotional damage.
Fucking nailed it, baby. Oh, yeah.
Dodson, we've got Dodson
here. Good man cast. We talked about a lot of shit. My goodness.
I got hairy legs.
No hands. All right, fam. It was a great show. I appreciate it. Let's get a little Merrick on the road.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck all you haters. The United States is an amazing country, and you might also live in an amazing country no matter where you live. But freedom, human nature, we always default to freedom. Take personal responsibility. No matter where you live, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, take personal responsibility for your actions. Remember, no matter where you are, maybe you have an injury, maybe you suffered some sort of tragedy, maybe you were just misled. Your parents didn't know a fucking thing about nutrition. Most people don't. Maybe it wasn't your fault where you are, but it's your responsibility moving forward. So just take that into consideration. It's your responsibility. Start now. Start now. Check off your 7 pillars one day at a time. Go to swolenormousx.com, download your free copy, look through it again, put it on your fucking wall, get a 7 pillars flag and stare at it every day. Just make sure that you are focusing on those things because that is what you can control. Simple. That's what you can control. So control what you can control. That's the most important thing, because if you're not focusing on that, it's like everything else is going to be a hot fucking mess. Everything else is going to be a hot fucking mess. So make sure you take care of that. We'll see you tomorrow for 2252. Remember, I will text you. I'll let you know what time we're going live. Join the fam today so you never miss a single live stream. Thanks for being here. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.